Hi everybody, Ian Bremmer here. A little unusual bonus video for me on Notre Dame football because it just seems to have some political manifestation. So interesting. Not quite America's team, not quite the Dallas Cowboys, but nonetheless so many people in the US and around the world talk about them, follow them. They did not make the tournament, the championship tournament this year, unlike my own Tulane, Green Wave, Roll Wave. Very excited about that. Got in just the last minute. So Notre Dame has decided to pull out of any College Bowl considerations. Here is what they said. They said, we have decided to withdraw our name from consideration from any bowls. It's the end of their season. So no, Notre Dame, they didn't get to eke onto the big stage, just barely. It would have been right at the bottom. And so there's no bowl game. And so sorry for all of the athletes that work so hard over their years, and most of whom are not going into the pros. And if they're graduating seniors, that's it. No bowl for you. Sorry for your families. Sorry for the student population, the student body. Nope. The decision is that we're not going to a bowl. You got to send a message. You have to make sure that this injustice to Notre Dame never happens again. Of course, they've already done that back in the spring when they signed a memorandum of understanding with college football that if they are ranked next year in the top 12, that they automatically get into the tournament. So Notre Dame's been very careful to ensure that they have their own set of rules that apply to them and not to other schools. So it's not because they're worried about next year. The recruiters at Notre Dame showed it off. They said it's Notre Dame versus the world, that on arguably the most important day of college football around the world, that Notre Dame showed they could completely dominate all of the coverage. Notre Dame that is 10-2 this year. They're not number one. They're not number two. They lost 2 games to ranked teams. Now, the non-ranked teams, they won on average by 30 points. So they just dominated the non-ranked teams. It's kind of like the United States and Venezuela, or Denmark, Panama. We can really, really beat those lower ranked countries. But, if the Chinese on trade hit us back really hard, then it's a whole different story. Then you got to back down. So maybe Notre Dame is America's team. I mean, after all, they do have really, really gold helmets, and they make a lot of money all over the world. And they do play by their own set of rules. They're not going to join a conference where they'd have a more difficult schedule. They'll stay independent so they can continue to beat up on those unranked teams and have those gaudy numbers. I think that maybe that does. I mean, they don't have to be you don't need to be the best team just to be dominant, right? I mean, you don't have to win all the games. You don't have to actually be number one. Maybe that is. You just keep China off the schedule. Maybe that's the way to do it. Don't worry, Notre Dame. You're not going to a bowl game, but I think a visit to the Oval Office may well be the appropriate close to your season. Roll Wave.